Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So today I'm going to cover my progression strategy for global launch. And for a lot of you that have followed the channel for a while, or maybe you know me from Mavia Discord or you're part of our alliance, you already know that I'm going to be playing 4 legendary lands on global. So I'm going to be multitasking 4 bases. So I need to be as efficient as possible when leveling these up. I have years of experience. I used to run 4 bases in Clash. This is something that's I'm comfortable with, but really understanding how am I going to get to the height or max HQ as quickly as possible and what kind of steps I'm going to take to get there. So I wanted to make this video for you guys because for some of you that's seen the most recent video or the other one before that, you notice I deleted one of my bases, one of my HQ 7s. I actually started over with some of the balance changes and updates, and I wanted to see what the progression was like. And there was some key changes that did slightly alter my attack strategy for going at this. You know, not attack strategies as troops, but attack strategy for how am I going to level up as quickly as possible. So a couple important things, and I think this is really important too. If we take a look in down here, you know, getting all of these troops and Mira maxed is key for esports or competitive play. So in my opinion, probably one of the most important things that I'm prioritizing right now is leveling Mira up as quickly as humanly possible. No heroes are going to be huge in wars. That's just how it goes. You're not going to want to play with an under-leveled hero, period. So based on that, and then of course the troops, you just need the troops max level. There's, you know, you're not going to run a strategy with low-level troops in the Alliance War, but I think Mira is the most important thing to start with. So what I'm going to be doing is essentially rushing to HQ 4. Once I get to HQ 4, that's going to unlock Mira. Mira can now actually get to level 10. So once Mira is level 10, it usually, well, what I noticed is it did sync up with all my other upgrades. I got all my walls, I got all my defenses, everything kind of timed out perfectly. I was able to do 1 level in Marines, Mira to level 10, and then magically everything matched up and I was able to go to HQ 5. Now at HQ 5, Mira goes up to 20. But what I have noticed at HQ 5 is you'll get to the Mira 20 before all your buildings and everything else are done. So then here's the hard question. Do you finish maxing your base before you move up? Maybe level up some of the troops? Or do you immediately go up to HQ 6 so that you can continue Mira going non-stop? Now for me, what I'm going to do is most likely wait to max everything at 5, get the other troop upgrades going, but if at any moment my lab is finished, meaning I cannot continue to upgrade anything else, I will immediately go up to the higher HQ level. So I'm prioritizing Mira above all else. If I do get caught where Mira's capped, I'll do a couple troop upgrades. And then if worst case scenario, those troop upgrades are finished, I'll immediately move up to the next. That's the only exception. Otherwise, once I'm 4, I am maxing everything. All my walls, all my structures, all my trash buildings, you name it. This is going to be very important for a couple different reasons. One, if you're applying to an alliance, nobody's going to want to accept an under-leveled base, especially if it's on the competitive side. Also, I'm particularly looking for people who are prioritizing walls above all else. I would argue that's the most important thing to level up when you move up HQ, before even your defenses and everything else. Keep a builder available, keep pumping those walls, keep the farming going. It shows people, especially when you're applying to alliance, that you're serious about the game, you're putting in the time, you're prioritizing the walls. But I digress. You know, that's my strategy. Get to 4 as soon as possible, basically rush it, get Mira to level 10, immediately go up to HQ 5, rush Mira to level 20, maybe do a couple troop upgrades once she's 20, just while I finish doing HQ 5. And then if my lab, for whatever reason, has finished the available troop upgrades and Mira's 20, doesn't matter if there's anything left in my base to still build, then immediately I'm going to go up to 6. And then it's right back on Mira. Probably the same thing. Once Mira gets to the cap at 6, you know, all my buildings might not be quite done. I'm going to start doing some troop upgrades there. And then if for whatever reason my lab gets capped again, then I'm immediately going up to 7. So basically, the most important thing is paying attention to the lab. That is going to dictate moving up. And really, depending on how long things are going to take to build, which I'm not entirely sure on, I think it's going to be a mad dash to get max, because everyone on the competitive side knows that's where the esports starts. That's where the competitive play is really going to be focused. Yes, we've got Firebases coming and that whole competitive thing, but that's not going to be in the game for a while. Everything is going to be about this laboratory, getting Mira max level as quickly as possible. And there is kind of another strategy here. You could just all in Mira. The moment Mira gets to 10 at HQ4, you go to 5. The moment she gets to 20, you go to 6. You don't even worry about any of the troop upgrades until you're fully maxed out. And I might even do that on one of my bases and kind of use the other 3 with the strat that I'm telling you guys here. Or if I notice I'm enjoying it, I might even rotate 2 and 2. So that's my main progression strategy for global launch. It's all in on Mira, all about the research lab, maxing out my base the best that I can at HQ4. And really, I'm shooting to max absolutely everything before I move up, but I'm not going to be sitting on my hands twiddling my thumbs when I can't do anything with my lab. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys, gives you guys an idea on how I'm going to be attacking global launch, you know, figuratively speaking, and what I'm going to be doing managing the 4 lands. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks so much for being subscribed to the channel. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to kicking off streaming here soon. We do have our Kick channel up and going, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be spending a ton of time on there. I look forward to chatting with some of you guys live on stream. And of course, thanks so much for hitting that like button. See y'all in the next video. Cheers.